Okay, we're now, looks like we got Rick McCurley on the phone with us here today here at the Backwater. Hey, Rick, what's going on from Pflugerville, Texas? What's going on, my brother?
It's hot.
It's hot. Well, Rick, you are on the line, as you probably already know, with Glenn Foreman, CEO of Mud Buddy Backwater Motors and CEO of XL Boats. I understand that there's some sort of an event that's being planned. I think it's the 6th or 5th annual coming up. What's going on, Rick? Talk to us.
We've got the 5th annual Mud Buddy sponsored Texas Roundup, and this year we're going to be hosting it out at Lake Somerville, which is closely located to Austin, College Station, the East Texas area. It's not but about an hour and a half out of Houston, so it's a really good location that a lot of guys have the opportunity to just drive up without driving 4 or 5 hours like we've had to do in the past. So we're really expecting a really big turnout this year because it's really easy for guys to come on out, make a short trip, and see all that Mud Buddy, Excel, and Gator Tracks has to offer.
Great. Now, Glenn, I understand this is the first time, the first event for, obviously, the new XL Boat Factory that's now located in Mountain View, Arkansas. We had a chance to visit with Tim Scott recently about all that. And, Glenn, what kind of boats will you be bringing? What's going to be exhibited at this Texas Roundup?
We're really happy that Excel is participating this year, and we appreciate the fact that Rick again is going to host the event along with Mud Buddy and Excel and also Gator Tracks. But the types of boats that we're going to bring are basically the same boats as we've had in the past, except with some small modifications, and everything gets better. And we've done the same. Now that we've got our hand in the Excel boats, we want to apply the same innovations and attention to detail that we do with Mud Buddy. And so we've gone back and we've looked at the various aspects of the boats. The hulls are going to remain about the same. We're working on the finish, wiring, and some of the interior features and ease of use, just basically the niceties on the boat. And so the boats that show up down there, I think people are going to be really happy to see. They're going to run the same. Excel's always had a really good name for a great built boat and running boat, but we're going to add a little bit of pizzazz to the boats now, that it's under our control, and I think folks are going to be really happy to see these. That's
great. Now, will you be bringing mostly, I understand from our interview that we had with Tim Scott, there's 4 hulls that you're manufacturing now, Glenn, for these, what they call shallow water edition series boats. Will you be just bringing those, or will you be bringing other boats with you?
Well, Rick explained to me that the lake can accommodate both an outboard and a shallow water motor, a Mud Buddy style motor. So we are going to take this opportunity to bring along a few different hulls, but we'll probably only bring 3 boats, maybe 4 tops. It is a ways, and we're going to be towing them down with a couple of vehicles. But I think what we want to do is the boats that we're going to bring is going to be our traditional shallow water boat, the 1851, which is in its class. That 100,000th boat is the best equipped, fastest boat for a mud motor I know. And now we do have one. We do have one new boat. It's a 1751. It's the little brother to the 1851. And we redesigned it and put a big nose on it, a little bit different bow, and it's more streamlined. We expect that to be the fastest 100,000s full-feature boat on the water today. That boat will be there. We're also going to bring the Viper hull. Now, the Viper hull is a slick-bottom boat with turn-down chines. It's a boat that doesn't work well with a mud motor because there's not enough skeg in the water, and it tends to slip, and we really don't like boats that slip on the surface. That boat will come along with probably a 25 or 35 Yamaha on it. And then we're going to also bring the Midwest, what used to be the Midwest version. The Midwest and Mud Buddy versions are both called shallow water editions now. But the Midwest is a boat that has a full line inside, up the sides, flotation on the sides, full floor, deck storage in the front, pointed nose, higher sides, typical boat that's used in the heartland and out west for bigger water. We're going to have that boat there also. So those are the main boats that we want to feature.
Now, Glenn, are you still staying with the 24-inch side manufacturing for the sidewalls of the boat?
That's one of the things that Excel is known for is we do make both a rib bottom boat and a slick bottom boat, but we've focused on higher-sided boats that we can run bigger water and turn back into the skinny water, and that's been our niche in the market.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I've owned and demoed those boats, and they're fabulous. And I miss my boat here in Florida to run that. I tell you, it's sad that I had to let it go. But when the price is right, you sell it. So that's what you do when you're a dealer. But now, Rick, what else do you want to make sure that our listening audience knows about the Texas Roundup? What else are you going to have going? You got family events going to happen here? Is this something, obviously, anything that Mud Buddy usually does is a G-rated and it's a family type of event?
Well, a couple of the events have always been standards of our Texas Roundups. Is when we have a decoy hunt. That's where we go out and for the guys that show up, the existing customer base that shows up and supports the event, we appreciate those guys coming out and showing their support. So what I usually do is I'll go out on the lake and I'll hide out a dozen decoys throughout the lake area somewhere, and I'll plot them on a GPS, write down the coordinates. Everybody gets a map of the lake. And get your GPSs out, boys, and go look for some decoys. They gather up the decoys, they find them, they bring them all back, and we draw numbers out of a hat, and then we'll draw a prize which will correspond with that number. And we give away some really great door prizes, and it really excites the guys to come out. Again, we appreciate them first and foremost for making the drive out there and supporting the event. It's just Glenn and Kent and some of the other sponsors' way of showing their appreciation.
So Gator Tracks,
It's really worked out well the last 4 years we've done this. But also, what I enjoy the most is the fun run. That's where at the end of the event, we all get together. Everybody puts their boat in the water, get your favorite beverages, and we all just take a nice little cruise off into the lake area, basically following one another. And no one's out racing anybody. We're just out to cruise. Half to two-third throttle, enjoying the scenery, enjoying all just being together. This year it's going to be something a little different these guys aren't used to. There's a creek channel out there that I've run since 1990, and I know like the back of my hand, and I like the opportunity to share this area with everybody. It's a creek channel that runs for about 2 to 3 miles, and it's twisty, turny. It's probably 20 yards across at its widest point, and some places it narrows down to 10 yards across. But it goes for a ways. It's got, again, real twisty, winding. It's very picturesque. It's shaded, trees hanging over the creek channel all the way up. And it's just something a little different this year than running some of the wide open lakes like we did out at Caddo. Taking nothing away from Caddo, very beautiful lake and definitely in a league of its own as far as natural beauty. But this creek channel is going to really provide the guys an opportunity to get in their boats, get on the throttle a little bit, cut some corners, and these cats that run the rounded chines and the triple tape per chine boats are really going to have a ball doing it.
That's great. Now, what motors, Glenn, can we expect to be seeing on these packages that you'll be bringing? Are you going to be running? We're going to have the 7000 there, the new motor that I want to talk to you a little bit more about going forward, Glenn. But are you going to have the 7000 there on one of these boats on the 1851 by chance?
Oh, definitely. We got a nice little 6-horse for Rick. If he catches a wave, it really runs nice. but yeah, everybody expects to see the new 7000, and it's certainly a runner. We're proud of it. It's been a year in the works, and thanks to Micah, he's done a great job with those heads. Taken us a long time, and he's got the custom stainless valves built by a very reputable company that's helped us with the whole project, and we got good flow. But that 7000, people look forward to seeing it. Then we're going to have probably one of the stock 35s, and then one of the performance motors in between that has either carb kit exhaust on or single carb or double carb. But and it's hard to show off these things because most of our customers have the same motors, and they've got just as tough motors and horsepower motors as we have. But we're going to bring our best there, and the customers certainly will do the same.
Glenn, I ran the 7000 down here at the Central Florida Mud Fest, and Micah was down here, and we appreciate you sending him down here as a representative from Mud Buddy. And I was able to run that rig and run that boat, and let me tell you, that motor, and I made the mistake by running the 7000 first. Then I went over and ran my 35 stock with the crossover on it. I felt like I was driving the 9-horse motor. So, I should have went the other way. And, Kevin Lusk from Trash Duck and Low Country Mud Buddy was also here, and he said, Johnny, you should have known better. So, but anyway.
We might even have, Trash Duck has the 40 Kohler now.
Yes.
And we might, we had to, that's one we ordered, and we have the rest on order, but just about a 60-day wait for Kohler. So it's going to be really close on whether or not we have our production Kohlers come in at that time, but we hope so. And if so, we'll have that 40 Kohler. Now, the 40 Kohler is a strong motor. As a stock motor, it can't keep up with a 45 because the 45 is in a league all of its own too. But it's awful close, and it's a good motor too.
Well, we had a chance to see that up. We went up to the